Every time you try to do something people don't want, they're like, oh, wait. There's a proper order of affairs you need to follow. And then literally weeks later, days, an hour later, the next sentence, they won't do the proper order of affairs when they want to push their fucking agenda. It's like, oh my fucking God, dude. The hypocrisy that happens in this party is unreal.
It's whatever fucking meds he's getting, they're better than my mushrooms that I do.
What's wrong with you people? Just stop. Please just go away.
You have your own party.
Every word out of his mouth is melodramatic nonsense. I've come to find.
It doesn't fucking matter. We're going to tell the people anyway. Who cares?
Definition of sex offense, not on the list.
And here we are in the Gulag, and it's my party.
What the fuck? So we got some news. Let's see. What is our news? It's not news that I guess it's the news regarding the chair of Michigan resigning, but that's not what chaps our ass. What chaps our ass is what our allies had to say about it.
Well, as the secretary of our party said, as the secretary of our party said, with allies like this, who needs enemies?
I agree with that so hard. So hard. Okay. Let's just get into this. We got a clip here. Dan is going to break down the truth, and we're probably going to hear some things that are, I don't know, misinformed a bit.
My reward for defeating things was a shitload of medications.
Exactly. But we have so many stories to get to. Apart from what's going on in LP Alliance, I guess we'll start within the party because we do have some fairly breaking news at this hour. We learned that Justin Miramonte, the chair of LP Michigan, is planning to or has already resigned.
Subject: LPMI engagement letter, Comerica litigation / my resignation. Good afternoon. As a result of the decisions made earlier this week and the demonstrable documented conflict of interest the board has voted to embrace, I hereby resign my position as chairman of the Libertarian Party of Michigan, effective immediately. While the board is within its right to waive the conflict, after thorough consideration, I am personally unwilling to sign into any such arrangement on behalf of myself or the party. Given the board's decision and my recent discussion with him, I am confident that Mr. Teagan is far better suited to lead the board during this period. That would be Tim Teagan, former Boogaloo, who got hit with absolutely horse criminal charges. A full accounting of my rationale will be provided to the executive committee in due time. It should be released to all members at the conclusion of the Comerica case in accordance with the initial vote held Tuesday night. As previously indicated, I have already spoken with Tim regarding the decision and will arrange the transfer of all party assets in a timely fashion. While my position on the convention committee was derived as a result of my position as chair, I would request to continue serving as...
Wait, hey, Dana, has all the assets been released in a timely fashion?
Finally. They
Finally?
I mean, yeah.
Getting there.
He still has control of Facebook, but I think that's about it. But Donna's still doing her thing, but like she's worried that he's gonna zuck it real quick, you know. But one thing about that is so funny. First of all, this was never supposed to be read because it was confidential. But who resigns that way anyway, right? But
yeah,
I love how he says there's a conflict of interest and I can't be part of this, but Tim would be better to be part of this because it's so bad that we have to give it to Tim. Right?
Yeah, that doesn't make much sense.
Anywho.
So what is the conflict of interest exactly? I'm kind of confused on that.
Okay, so what Justin thinks is a conflict of interest is the attorney. The attorney that was chosen, because we had a choice between two attorneys, and one attorney that was the one Justin wanted. The other one is the one that's done all the things already. He was over the federal case when 8 of our members were sued by Chatterton and Friends. Mm-hmm. And then he was over the Sheboygan case where we were able to get all of our delegates actually seated at convention because they tried to stop that. So it was a restraining order. And he was also the attorney over the Comerica case that is still going on. And if you look at the Comerica case, it says Libertarian Party of Michigan and then 3 people done by Nick Curcio. And then Andrew Chatterton on his own with a different lawyer. So it was continuity of the case. This attorney already knows all the ins and outs and has done all these things already for us. So he was a better pick. And even the attorney that Justin wanted said, this is your better pick. You should go with this other guy. But Justin was so determined that there was a conflict of interest if we had Nick Curcio do it. And that was it.
That's interesting.
Like,
so he thought
he didn't get his way and he threw a fit.
Yeah, that's still, you answered the question pretty completely, but I'm still confused now, like what he considers to be a conflict of interest. Because to me, in my layman understanding, it's like you'd want the attorney that's been working on everything the whole time, and that's because that's less hours they got to put into it to like get back into the groove. And you're paying hundreds of dollars an hour. So like, what the hell? It makes no sense to switch to a different attorney. That would just cost more money.
Well,
a lot more money.
Well, yeah, and the other attorney wanted more money per hour than Nick did. Basically,
oh my God,
is because Justin came into this party as Mises, and he heard Andrew's hate for these people.
That's what it makes sense. See, now that's what makes sense to me. It's literally a freaking. That's not the Mises attorney thing. Like it's like that's not my clan. That's what it feels like to me. Like factionalism.
Yeah, so even though he's no longer Mises, he's like the Mises Light. He's American Liberty Caucus. He still has those thoughts in his head that Andrew put in there, and he's literally called members of our board that were sued that had this attorney the opposition. He's literally called them the opposition, people who are on our current board right now, and so he considers Nick to be the opposition's attorney. Which makes no sense. None at all. It does
make no sense. Because according to our allies, he's an ally, but he's calling other allies opposition. Like, make it make sense to me, please. I don't understand it. Like, put it in a box that can fit into my little fucking brain so I can understand this.
And they have been rooting for Justin, who hates them. He hates the Alliance. He thinks the Alliance is the most horrible fucking thing in the world, but they have been rooting for Justin like he is the best thing since sliced bread.
Okay, I'm going to keep playing. I need to calm down.
Member of the committee, Board Chairman Teagan, a seamless transition. Another outgoing request I would make of all the board members would be to uphold previous votes and discontinue the ongoing violation of executive session. I implore you to solely utilize the XCOM thread instead of the leadership thread when discussing legal matters moving forward.
So he wants to have everything in executive session. Isn't this the problem that we've had as a party as a whole, even on a national level? Everything's in executive session. Everything. We just had 2 LNC members resign in executive session, and we didn't even get to see anything. Like Keith had to tell us. It's like, why is it like this? Just let us know what the fuck is happening in our party.
And you can ask. We have like 3 members of our board and like tons of other party members, but 3 members of our board, they can tell you that they have been on this board off and on for years, since dating back into the 1990s. And we have never, ever, 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 ever done all these executive sessions. This is new. Yeah. This was an Andrew Chatterton thing. So Andrew quit or didn't run and Justin got in, I guess is the best way to say it. And he just repeated what Andrew's doing because that's all he knows. That's all he knows. Because that's been his entire time on Andrew's board. Oh, we go to executive session for everything. You know, yeah. Like, and that's the deal. The membership wants to know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah. It's like
it's their fucking business. It's their fucking money. It's their bullshit.
Yeah. Like volunteers don't know where to jump in and to do things if they can't see what the hell is happening in the business of the party. That's why you should invite everybody to the meeting so everybody can see what's happening. And then you have like a little public comment section. It's like, come on. These are like things that libertarians have been doing for decades. Like, why are we just all of a sudden everything's secret session We don't have public commentary. It's like, ugh. Okay.
Well, yeah, and like with the Comerica case, the only reason that we have to go back to court for that is because Andrew refused to sign an agreement to just let the money go back to the party. And because we were in executive session, we couldn't let the party know that. That the only reason we had to hire a freaking attorney for this is because Andrew is fighting it. Like everybody's like Justin's girlfriend, Shelly, she's like, you guys are doing lawfare. I'm going to quit the party because you're doing lawfare. Just let the $38,000 go. No, dude, we got to get the $38,000 back. That's the members' fucking money. And we have to have an attorney because Andrew Chatterton's being a dick. And if it's an executive session, we can't say that. So we had to have another executive session to allow that part of executive session to be out there. Like, that's how fucked up this is. You know, and I begged and begged and begged not to have executive session so many times, and that here we go, we have to do it again.
Like, I don't understand why you would want that information about Chatterton to be secret unless you have sympathies for fucking Chatterton yourself. There's no other explanation.
Rest assured, the letter to Mr. Curcio was sent Wednesday morning as promised. I'm sure Mr. Duke will process payment in a timely fashion once the contract has been reviewed by our legal subcommittee and signed by Chairman Teagan. The contract, received but not reviewed, has been forwarded along with this email to the executive committee for the litigation subcommittee and the board to review and finalize as they see fit. Mr. Curcio, if you would please update the signatory accordingly, I'm certain it would be appreciated. I reviewed.
I was going to say I was going to ask what this all was in reference to, because I think we're missing a lot of footnotes here.
The Comerica case.
Okay, I'm just gonna look a little quip here. Maybe when you talk about Michigan, you should have somebody from fucking Michigan on the fucking program. Like, I don't know. Screw me though. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
Or maybe before going live, you should like talk about things. Because one of the many multiple stories that I've gotten about this, like one person that is on their team told me that, you know, a lot of people were talked to, and like 12 people specifically, I can show screenshots, were talked to about this situation. But then according to Kyle, he had just gotten home, barely just walked in the door, was on a lot of drugs and did this. So which story is true? Were you on a lot of drugs and you had only been home for a minute? Or did we have a whole day to talk to people? Did we talk to anybody?
Stories sounds like the honest one to me.
A thing that would take a longer explanation than we should throw out here.
Why? Just give us the explanation.
It is one of the cases that was against the party that
lie
against the party, sort of.
All right, break down this lag, Dano, or should I keep playing?
Well, I mean, I could literally say it. It wasn't against the party. It was during the Comerica
Chatterton and the goons, right?
Yeah. Well, basically, this was before the trademark case. This is when they were fighting over who owned the bank account.
Okay.
So we had two separate boards at this time. One was the board that was elected. One was Chatterton's board that was appointed by National, basically, by the JC and National. And so they were fighting over the money. And Comerica gave the money to Chatterton. And then the other people said, no, you shouldn't have done that. So then Comerica was like, I'm taking all you bitches to court because I don't know whose money this is. And that is how it started. It wasn't against the party. It was against, it was just Comerica saying, we don't know whose money this is and we don't know who to give it to. And we don't want to be responsible if we gave it to the wrong fucking person.
Yeah, exactly. And so this is the money also that Chatterton's trying to mess up getting back by not just signing that paper. And this is what that new attorney that was hired is going to get back. That $38,000, which is a hell of a lot of money for me in little South Dakota. Like $38,000 would make me, like, if I got my party $38,000, I'd instantly be the best chair South Dakota's ever had. Just like immediately. Yeah. That's how much money it is here.
Yeah, and this 38 grand has been sitting in that court for since about April of 2023. just sitting there hanging out.
Wow. Not even not collecting interest or anything, just
No,
depreciating in value. It's not even worth 38,000 anymore with the inflation that's happened the last 2 years. It's probably like half that now in spending power.
You know how many candidates we could have, how many sides, how many conflicts. I mean, the work of the party and whatnot.
Yeah.
That the group could have voted to do away with in response to Andrew Chatterton no longer being the chair.
We couldn't just do away with it because Chatterton won't
Yet
sign.
another Michigan lawsuit is effectively what that part is.
Oh, yet another Michigan lawsuit.
So he then offers
Jake Porter's just like, I cannot hear the word lawsuit one more time.
The reason stated at the time of the initial motion to rescind, it is my inclination to rule this was fully out of order. Best said, since the board's wisdom saw it differently, it's the documented opinion of the body, the motion itself is in order.
Oh, that's funny. That part right there. We should pause for a second.
Okay, here we go.
He's talking about the motion that was out of order. So this one's fun. This motion was literally the conversation that we were having about it on the email thread was most of it saying that this motion was not in order. And he's trying to say that the board said that it was in order. And then now he's saying it wasn't in order. So it makes no sense what Justin said there, because that was so funny, because he's like, well, people said it was in order. The only one that said it was in order was him. But then he's on his resignation letter saying, oh, no, this wasn't in order, or was in order, or wasn't in order, but the board said it was in order, whatever. I mean, it gets so confusing.
And that's what was in order was the motion for the attorney, right? This is the same attorney that we're talking about.
No, this is a different motion.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was this motion then?
It was the motion that we made. So it was a motion that one of our board members brought on behalf of his people in the thumb, which are all Mises, to rescind something that we did. So what we did previously in like September-ish, I guess, was to reinstate one of the affiliates that Chatterton nixed. Like he did away with them, told them, you're not kissing the ring. You don't get to be an affiliate anymore. Just took it from them. So he took it from them and then gave it to another entity. So we gave it back. So we voted to give it back because, you can't just give shit away that you don't have possession of. Right? So what this was to rescind our vote, to take back what we did.
Okay. Give it back to make it back the way Chatterton had it, essentially.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
And what we were saying on the thread was, no, this isn't in order because you didn't win the vote, so you can't do it that way according to the special book. There's no way to do this, and it's just, and then they were trying to say because the JC's got a rule, but the JC doesn't have to rule on that. The JC,
you slapped him with the special book. You slapped him with the special book, Dana. You did it.
I know. I hate that fucking book. I wanted to die in a fucking fire from fucking hell.
Those are the people that you like with the best.
You know what's gonna happen? If I ever get put in the fucking gulag, I'm gonna be put in solitary confinement, and the only fucking thing I can read is that goddamn fucking book.
All right. Here we go.
Genesee reaffiliation.
So Genesee was
reaffiliated. No, we're not reaffiliating, folks. They were already reaffiliated. Dude, you didn't even do no homework.
What 12 people did you talk to? Are these people that you're seeing on medication that no one else can see? What is happening?
Yes.
Dude, were these 12 people in your head?
Was this like that movie 13 Ghosts where like all the crazy people are in like little cells and it's just like
I want those meds. Whatever fucking meds he's getting, they're better than my mushrooms that I do.
Like a horror show museum happening up there. What's going on?
However, for the same reason, I advised the JC against holding the Canny appeal in such close proximity within 60 days to the upcoming convention.
The appeal has nothing to do with the fucking convention. Okay, so the appeal he's talking about, that's what I'm saying. Michigan is such a fucking mess. This appeal that he's talking about is Dave Canny brought an appeal to say that what Chatterton did was bullshit. It has nothing to do with anything that we've done. It's talking about something that happened in 2023 when Chatterton said they didn't kiss the ring right. Nothing else. Nothing.
Oh my gosh. It's really bad to go on air not knowing what you're talking about and spewing nonsense to people who are taking you as a credible source, and you're putting yourself off as a credible news source. And it's like, yo, have some fucking responsibility.
Yeah. And you know what? And when people bring it to your attention, like I did, and our secretary did, and a couple other people, you do a thing called a retraction, right? You retract your nonsense, and there's more nonsense to come, but you retract it, right? Well, what did I get when I said, you're going to retract this? I was told, stop gaslighting me, Dana. I retracted this. I watched their show like twice, their next one. They never retracted it. But somehow I'm gaslighting that.
I watched it too, and I hate watched it too, and I couldn't see no retraction. Like, where the hell is the retraction?
There's been none, but apparently there was.
Out.
Hey, Devin, you're gaslighting him, man. There was a retraction. You just didn't hear it. Like,
well, you know what?
Turn the gas lights up just a little. Turn the gas lights up just a little. You're wrong. You're wrong. I'm wrong.
In his head, no,
because it would mean a change in the affiliate numbers right before their next convention.
I'm losing IQ points.
I'm kind of lost now. I keep yelling, and now I'm like, oh shit, where are we at in this
major movement?
It's hard to follow this guy.
Okay.
Are we saying we're doing it too close to convention? What we're doing that we're not doing, or what the JC's doing? All the things.
Additional people would be in Genesee.
It's not bad.
If I remember right, there are 175 delegates total possible to their convention, and I think 20-ish are in Genesee.
Okay.
8.
So over 10%. So it's non-trivial. If I remember right, this is coming off of my drug-addled brain.
Yeah.
8.
Everything you're saying is coming off your drug-addled brain. Oh my god, dude.
8 is very close to 20.
Yes.
It's new math. Common Core. 2 plus 2 equals 20. Divided by 20 equals 8.
If only one of the 12 people in his head was Count Dracula, Count what is Count Dracula? Is that what it is? I forgot.
The Count.
Maybe he would get the numbers better.
He was just called the Count. He didn't have a last name. He was like Cher.
The Count. I see.
1.
To summarize, I view the 60-day notice issued to the affiliates as a contractual matter, including but not limited to the delegate counts, which the LEC has an obligation to uphold. Therefore, in accordance with the previous ruling of the board, the motion's in order, and it should it receive a second. However, it's not something that can be considered until after the convention, presumably during your February regular meeting.
I forgot about that.
Anything differently?
All right. What?
Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. Whatever. You can edit whatever out. Andy, right there. I forgot about that. Andy's trying to set him straight right there.
Oh. Let me zoom in here. What does this say? So sick of these lawsuits. Well, oh, here we go.
Genesee actually has been reaffiliated. The JC appeal is regarding the original removal of Genesee by the AC board. Andy Evans is my chair of my county. I love him.
I've said here, their interpretation will become the proper remedy.
That'd be a good comment to bring up on screen for them.
Party Michigan the best of luck in the weeks and months ahead. In Liberty, Justin Miramonte, Chairman Emeritus.
So, Andy is saying Genesee actually has been reaffiliated.
Oh, here we go.
The appeal is regarding the original removal.
There we go.
That would still impact the delegate counts going forward.
Correct.
No, it would not.
Because the delegates are calculated based on.
All right, explain this. I'm confused. Oh, okay. That won't affect the delegate counts moving forward.
No.
Because what's the reasoning? I'm having a brain fart here.
Okay, so it won't affect the delegate counts going forward because the JC appeal is just trying to put forward some sort of what Dave Caney wants is for somebody to tell Andrew you were wrong. That's all he
Okay.
wants. Just tell Andrew you were wrong. What you did was wrong. Because what he did was he tried to make them jump through hoops. Because there was the division, they were collecting money for the lawsuit because they knew it was coming.
They made them jump through hoops, and then when they didn't, they're like, "Okay, you're disaffiliated now." That's
so they
essentially what happened. Okay.
Yeah, they jumped through every hoop that Andrew had, except for one, which was to admit that Andrew was the rightful chair. And the lawsuit hadn't happened yet, the main lawsuit, the trademark suit. So they were like, as an affiliate, they said, as an affiliate, we are remaining neutral on that.
Oh my God, that's so funny. That's so Trumpy. That sounds like Donald Trump.
Yeah. Dave and Angela eventually ended up getting sued by them. So they did not feel like Andrew was the rightful chair, but they did say, as an affiliate, we're remaining neutral on that. But they never asked my affiliate to kiss the ring. They never asked any other affiliates except for West Michigan and Genesee to kiss the ring. They were the only ones that had to have a declaration that Andrew was chair.
I am so proud that it kissed the ring.
Justin was against reaffiliating Genesee until after the JC appeal was finished, so that this could be a cleaner number on the delegates going into this convention. The rest of the board agreed that Genesee should be brought back because they were removed in a way that
by Chatterton.
By Andrew Chatterton originally. And while Justin agreed that they were removed ridiculously, believed that the proper order of affairs was to let the JC appeal go through. That way, we would have a better idea on what the powers therein are, and the members would have more accountability from their leadership.
The proper order of affairs. Okay. I've heard that a billion times.
Valid argument.
Every time you try to do something people don't want, they're like, "Oh, wait. There's a proper order of affairs you need to follow." And then literally weeks later, days, an hour later, the next sentence, they won't do the proper order of affairs when they want to push their fucking agenda. It's like, oh my fucking God, dude. The hypocrisy that happens in this party is unreal.
Yes, you could just steal somebody's bike. So if anybody gives a fuck to go back through the previous fucking meetings and how we did this, I use this analogy over and over and over and over and over. You steal somebody's bike, you give it to someone else. Somebody gives that bike back. You can't just say that was wrong because it was the first person's fucking bike. It was their bike. You can't just keep the bike. You just... We're libertarians. Don't hurt people and don't take their shit.
Is that still our motto? I don't even know anymore. I don't even know it. It's like...
Members should be able to have their voices heard. At the same time, members...
I think the new motto is be a hypocrite and be a piece of shit and advance yourself at all costs. That seems to be what the fucking new motto is that I've been seeing. Or that's the actions I see.
Should be able to...
Yeah, and the voices... Pause that. The voices that he's talking about wanting to be heard... He's saying people should have their voices heard. These are the very people that started this entire fucking mess in Michigan. Those voices. Those are the voices we want to be heard. Connor Nepomuceno, who freaking was the JC, who started all this mess in 2022, at the end of 2022. Those voices. The voices that stole the bike. We have to hear from the people that stole the bike. Yeah.
We've heard those voices for 4 years. Shut the fuck up. It's time for new voices.
Okay.
Like, holy shit, wasn't it like for a long time 2 people on your judicial committee just basically calling all the fucking shots?
Yeah.
Just 2 voices. And that's one of the voices you're talking about. One of those 2 voices was that guy.
Yeah.
And we need to care about him? Are you serious? No, we don't. Time to put them to bed.
And it's just 2 different sets of members who are going through things because the members chose that JC. That JC is supposed to explain how the rules is supposed to rule how the rules work. And so a board that ignores...
I'm pretty adamantly against JCs myself. I don't know. I've only seen bad things. I've never seen a good thing come from a JC ever.
Well,
I haven't been here that long, but I mean, 10 years isn't really that long compared to some people, but like in 10 years, I haven't seen a single ruling by a judicial committee that was like something I was like, yeah, good job. I can't really think of one. Maybe I'm just having a brain fart, but
Well, here in
it
Michigan,
just
the
seems like
JC
all
was
bad
here in
calls. It's all
Michigan,
like factionalism calls.
Oh yeah. And here in Michigan, the JC was hardly ever fucking used until Andrew came along, and the JC declared him king, and his friends on the JC declared him king against other parliamentarians, and yeah. And
I just feel like a notice special membership meeting where anybody that's a registered libertarian can attend and do that electronically, that should be what's used to resolve a JC thing. And just have both sides make their arguments to all of the people and the whole party in your whole state, and then they just vote.
Well, like, that's kind of what happened here. Like, for those that don't know what happened here, there was a vote that Andrew did not get to auto ascend up to king, and people voted. And so the JC said that wasn't how it's supposed to work, because a notice and unicorn conventions, according to that fucking JJ. And yeah. And then so at first the people were like, fine, fuck it, Andrew could be chair, whatever. But then Andrew got rid of all the district reps that were caucused for, and he wanted to appoint his own special board. That's when the shit hit the fan. That was when everybody was done. And yeah, so his little appointed people declared.
Yeah, JCs seem to be like just too dangerous to even have. Honestly, I don't know. I'm not an expert, but they seem pretty dangerous to have, especially if it's only 3 people. It should be at least more than the executive committee. And I don't know.
Well, that was like, yeah, because the opposition was like, how do 3 people get to overturn an entire convention? Yeah.
And then one person resigned. So now there's only 2 people left. So 2 people on this JC committee in Michigan are just deciding everything for the whole freaking state.
Yeah.
That just annoys me.
Yeah. Okay, so that's where we were. And it was like, what the but as far as the JC goes, the opposite party, or not party, the opposite board, when they had their competing convention in April of 2023, they voted to get rid of the JC. They voted to just get rid of it. So if you went by their bylaws, there is no JC.
Who voted to get rid of the JC? The Chatterton convention or the opposition convention?
The opposition convention.
Smart.
The actual elected people that actually had their convention voted to get rid of the JC. We still have it because we're still operating under Chatterton's bylaws, but they wanted to get rid of it. And like, we're all pushing to get rid of RO&R too. We're like, that shit. We like my county is using democratic rules of order. Like, we got rid of RO&R because it's one of the tools that they use against us. So we're like, take away the tool. Because when they
disaffiliated really thick book compared to the other one.
Yeah, because part of what they did during this, not even this, like, so they got rid of West Michigan and Genesee in 2023. That's what we overturned there. But they got rid of Macomb because Macomb didn't follow Robert's rules well enough. And in Macomb's bylaws, it has the special book. So when that happened, I went to my county and I was like, or my affiliate, which is like 4 counties. I was like, nope, we got to get rid of Robert's rules. If we don't have it, they can't use it against us. And we don't have it no more.
Man, that must have been like a top-down play, because that happened in Michigan. Okay, so you didn't follow Robert's rules in your county or your little county affiliate, so now you don't get to come to the state convention, blah, blah, blah. Then they try to push that shit on national, where like every state had to like submit their meeting minutes and their bylaws and all these things so they could try to get gotchas on state delegations and get them out. It's like, people are spending thousands of dollars to go to this thing. You should want as many people there as possible. Stop with the factionalism bullshit.
And I'm going to say something that might not be popular, but Karen Ann Harlos was the one that fucking did all that.
Yeah, she was.
That was her baby.
She needs to own it and apologize. I think she probably has, but I don't know. I haven't seen it.
No, she didn't apologize for that. She didn't apologize for the lawsuits against Michigan or any of the other lies and bullshit she said. Hey,
it's like 2 words. It's 2 words. Just fucking say them.
All right.
You owe it to say them.
And she lied about me on a fucking show too later, but that's neither here nor there.
All right.
Where were we?
Yeah,
from Justin's point of view, and I tend to agree with him here, is effectively doing the same things that were disliked about Andrew Chatterton. At the same time, there wasn't time to
Okay. Who is he saying doing the same things that were disliked by Andrew Chatterton?
Well, because we reaffiliated Genesee and didn't listen to them, that we are just like Andrew Chatterton. But something
Didn't
else.
listen. Oh my
No, we
God! Didn't listen to the judicial committee people from Chatterton's reign.
No, we didn't listen to the people and the judicial committee. I guess.
Good.
I mean, yeah. But what's weird is Justin, because he fought us. And he didn't fight us because of the JC. He fought us on other stupid shit. Again, people could go back and watch those minutes or those meetings.
Yeah.
They're on our YouTube. No, he fought us on other grounds. And he literally let Connor go on and talk for like 30 fucking minutes. Lies and bullshit and bringing up the past. So we heard from them. We heard from them for a long minute. I even tried, me and Angie both tried to interrupt because what he was saying was a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
He let Connor talk forever.
Jesus, you had 30 minutes at a meeting? Like, how much more listening do people need to do to this guy before?
Right, but according to Kyle, we are no better than Chatterton because we chose to give the bike back to people. You know, their affiliate was stolen and we gave it back to them.
I'm just gonna snap back. I'm gonna say Kyle Davis is no better than fucking Chatterton. How about that? You like that?
I love that.
I bet.
I fucking love that because Kyle Davis is a liar and a gaslighter and says bullshit about people that he doesn't fucking know anything about, which is just like Chatterton.
Stay off the fucking air when you're on drugs.
Genesee back after the JC ruling, and those Genesee members should be able to vote. So this was something that was going to always be a cluster. For having a difference of opinion.
It's not a clusterfuck. It's just a clusterfuck in your head.
There's been a lot of internal strife with the Michigan affiliate.
And it's not a difference of opinion.
Anyone who's been watching the Michigan affiliate knows that
it's the fucking
internal strife is the norm for Michigan over the last 5 years or so.
Not 5 years.
So
2022. Do the math.
You know, sad to see Justin step down. He has worked closely with what was the quiet group, what was the group trying to rebuild and things, and a lot of people didn't like his opinions and things, but I think that he's fought hard for this. So time a warrior falls in battle, it's sad.
Oh,
question.
Oh my God, dude!
He's a warrior.
He's a warrior.
Yeah. He hardly fought at all against Chatterton. He would occasionally agree with me on shit during meetings when I was on Chatterton's board. He didn't go and fight. And then when I got removed from Chatterton's board, he literally fucking barely put up any fight. And he's not a warrior. He hates the Alliance. He hates them. He wasn't a warrior for them. And this quiet group, where they took 2 people from Michigan, finally added a 3rd person and did whatever the hell it was they did that they fought for that nobody really fought. Yeah. What they did was they took the remnant of the people fighting Chatterton and broke us in half because of their. That's what the Alliance did for Michigan. They literally shattered the people fighting. And that's it.
Yeah. I'm very suspect of this quiet group, honestly. I don't like shady backroom dealings at all. I don't like it. I don't like people that need to play in the dark. Why don't you just want to play in the fucking light where everybody we shout at each other across the battlefield. Whoever fucking wins. Like, doing this shady backroom dealing, factionalism bullshit is exactly why the fuck we got sick of the Macy's caucus. That's what you do.
Because we went and kicked ass at Grand Blanc. So that would have been just before National, our delegate thing, and before National, our convention then. We kicked ass. We showed up. We won all those delegate seats. That's why Andrew had to get his JC to not let us be delegates and fight with Karen Ann to make us not be delegates. That's why he had to go to court in Sheboygan County. And freaking the quiet group didn't exist back then. Or if it existed, it didn't exist for our convention. We all worked together. We busted ass together. We made the calls. We did the shit. We showed up. I wrote a petition. People were ready. They were fired up. We got people to show up. We filled the room so much that there wasn't even chairs for people to sit on. And that was in 2024, right before the national convention. And we did this without the alliance. The alliance didn't even freaking exist. And we did this. We worked as a freaking team. When the alliance got started, it was for a good reason. But by the time it came around to our 2025 convention, again, what the alliance did was destroy everything that we had going in 2024. They fractured us. Thankfully, Mises apparently was fractured, or maybe they thought Justin would do their bidding. I don't know, but they stepped down. There was no fight at the 2025 convention.
Yeah, it seems like Mises just is dead and gave up and are done. And now Quiet Group is literally just gonna boldly taking credit for everything. And it's like, are taking credit through LPA. And it's like not even LPA anymore. It's literally the fucking Kai Alliance. The Quiet Group has taken over LPA and it turned it into a mutated form called the Kai Alliance. And it's fucking annoying.
Devin, you might be gaslighting. According to
like,
Kyle.
It's just like, just looking, you were saying, like, you guys were much more organized without the Quiet Group doing the stupid shady bull. Because the shady bull doesn't fucking help. It only helps people consolidate influence at a top of a pyramid scheme where they're fucking calling shots and they're trying to position themselves to be like the Michael Hayes of the resistance movement. Fuck that. We don't need another Michael Hayes in the fucking party. I don't care if they're fucking mega Michael Hayes or resistance Michael Hayes. I don't want a Michael Hayes.
No, not at all. And yeah, like I said, coming into that stupid fucking convention in goddamn Grand Blanc, we got an Airbnb. We had an alternative event against them. We banded at Port Huron with the Alliance's help. We were all in separate places. We were fractured. We didn't have a get together that was really bonding. Like, it was just a fucking mess. That's what the Alliance gave us, was a big fucking Quiet Group mess.
More facts.
And then they tried to tell me, oh, the Quiet Group doesn't exist. Bullshit. It fucking existed. You just said it existed.
Yeah.
Jamie Van Alstine, who's another one of their warriors, she tried to say that the Quiet Group didn't exist, and I was gaslighting her on that. Do you see where it's always?
It's literally always.
It exists. Like, it doesn't exist.
They turned LPA into a front group for this Quiet Group, and now they just cherry pick all the people they want out of the LPA, put it in them in the Quiet Group. Then they feel so special, like, oh, look at me, I'm in the super special background group. It's like, holy fucking shit. This is literally what the Mises Caucus did. And then they make people afraid of speaking out because they're like, oh, you're gonna lose all your networking connections with the fucking Discord. We're gonna kick you out of there.
Hey, dude, you know what everybody should do? You just leave the Discord on your own. You just walk away and leave it. Then they can kick you out.
Then they have no power over you. That's all they want. They want power over you. Don't give it to them. F them.
Considered just dissolving completely and rebuilding. It seems like, I mean, I thought New York had its share of drama, and we do, but
that pissed me off too.
Tolerate each other.
I know we're pausing this way too many times, but that pissed me too. So here, and I like Rose, but Rose is sitting here saying, well, shouldn't we just dissolve Michigan and get rid of them? Because, you know, Kyle's lying about things and nobody has any clue of what the fuck's going on. So maybe we should just get rid of Michigan because, you know, apparently they suck because Kyle said.
It's like, stop listening to Kyle. Stop letting him influence you. Like, do your own goddamn research. Like, please. You're not gonna regret doing your own research. And you're not gonna be led down this path where Kyle Davis is just gonna leave you out for fucking dead and pretend like he didn't say any of those things. And now you're over here on this fucking left field getting fucking up.
Presence for the most part. Maybe a couple exceptions out there.
New York is weird though.
This is next level with the Michigan party, and that was my first impression when I first started meeting Michigan people. I'm like, there is some serious drama here that, like, everyone in the party seems to hate each other, and it seems to predate the Mises Caucus as well.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's how the Mises Caucus
It did not seem to predate the Mises Caucus. Honestly, I didn't hear anything about Michigan until Chatter started doing the crazy, wacky shit that just draws attention to the state. Just like, you know, the New Hampshire was, it's just like, like seriously, it literally was the Mises Caucus through Chatterton, like they're freaking goddamn Duke of Mises or something, whatever the hell high up he is in the freaking chain.
Well, like any relationship, we had issues. We had, you know, our Bernie bros calling people racist. You know, it happened.
Yeah.
We did not have the COVID response that we wanted, so that was a fight. So, but it was fights.
Yeah.
And something that Greg Stempfel told me during all of this Mises mess was that he was like, Dana, we didn't always agree when you were on my board, when he was chair and I was on his board. He goes, we didn't agree on everything. He goes, but we still got the work done. We still showed up and got the work done, even though we didn't agree on everything, which is all I ever wanted Andrew to do. That's all I ever wanted Justin to do. Just get the work done. Agree to disagree and don't worry about the stupid shit. So yeah, I mean, just like anybody, we had our spats with the racist thing or the COVID thing or whatever. But no, this whole thing in Michigan started after Reno when Tim Yao and Ben Beren both resigned at the same time over the abortion thing and the bigotry plank. So they both resigned. And that's what started this domino effect. So then Andrew thought that he should become chair and be the ruler of all the things. And then when the convention said, no, Andrew, you don't get to be the ruler of all the things, he got his JC to say that he was the ruler of all the things. And then he got national
literally
people. Yeah. So then he got national people.
This literally is the season 1 of Game of Thrones.
I mean, it's 100%. Kyle got up on that fucking thing, said 100% bullshit. Like almost every bit, like let's say 85% of what Kyle said during that entire thing was bullshit. And then when I called him out and other people in my party called him out, he said he ignored us, said he did retractions, which he lied about those. He never did retractions. He never walked back anything he said. Supposedly he did in their Discord. I don't know. I got the fuck out of that. And then he said I was gaslighting and I was full of shit and he should have listened to Jamie. And then he goes and he says that I think that our new chair that just ascended is a violent extremist, which I never fucking did that either. And it's just like, it never stops. And then the person he told that I was a violent extremist was like, I've known Dana for like 15 years. She's abrasive. I am.
That's why you're in the Gulag with me.
Yeah, exactly. I'm abrasive. I have no filter for calling out bullshit. I don't lie and I don't like liars. So I call out every
either.
And
you have to fucking call them out.
Right?
Every fucking time with just as much fucking force as they're fucking lying with.
I have no ability to lie. Yeah, because I have this hierarchy of folks. There's truthful people, and then there's liars and cheaters.
Exactly. Me too.
There's no middle ground. This is what it is.
You either have integrity or you don't. And it's not hard to determine which one you are. Well, sometimes it is hard to determine. Actually, I'm going to take that back. Sometimes it is hard to determine. But eventually, you're going to fucking expose yourself if you have no integrity. And you're just trying to push your agenda. And you're going to play factionalism games to fucking get it.
Yeah, and I'll admit that. I was friends with Justin until I caught him in too many lies and too much bullshit. And then I was like, oh, no. And I backed off. And I was like, no.
Yeah.
And then Justin became our chair. And I was trying to warn everybody. I was like, no, we can't have this. But, we did. And he's gone now. So it's maybe better. It is what it is.
Was able to do all this.
Exactly. Yeah, they were able to take advantage of the internal strife and come in and take over. And unfortunately, it's like if they don't get their act together, that's going to happen a second time.
At least in Michigan, yeah.
Oh my god, I'm so sick of Kai Lyons propaganda. It's so fucking annoying. I just need to say
let that be a warning, though, to anyone who wants to fight their fellow.
Don't fucking warn me about shit, okay? We're warning people about
this is how you end up with
Kai
Andrew
Lyons
Chatter, and this is how you have to listen to him. Be your chair. It's not a good situation.
Rose, your mic is a little echoier than normal. It is weird. Jocelyn's not crazy. I don't know what's going on there, but
also, by the way, like that's how we have since been able to take advantage of some of the divisions among Mises leadership and rank and like this is what happens when there is internal, not even division, because then I think that
you people gave us Justin.
Yeah, so here's the more Kai Lyons propaganda where it's like, fall in line, stop causing division because it's going to cause the Mises caucus to come back. The dead Mises caucus that embezzled money. Nobody's voting for Mises caucus in fucking Grand Rapids. They're done. Period. Speaking out against resistance people who are fucking up is okay and needs to happen. We can't fucking have another LNC elected of megalomaniacs that aren't experienced, don't know what the fuck they're doing, and shit up again and make the resistance look incompetent. That's what we don't want.
Well, I mean, and that's what we had with Justin. I shit you not. Justin also never involved in politics, showed up with Mises, was taught to hate everybody else in the party but Mises, who was also new.
Yeah.
And fucking A.
Creates this false perception that we all have to be the same and have the same ideas. But when there is this inability to work in solidarity with one another because the divisions are too vast, as opposed to working toward a specific, very defined set of goals, then this happens. It doesn't matter what caucus you belong to or what caucus you don't belong to.
Oh my god, okay, whatever, hypocrite. They don't realize they're in a caucus. They don't realize that they've done away with the original LPA principles where we might not agree on everything, but we agree on this one thing. But they'll keep saying shit like that. But they've changed what the one agree we a thing on is. The one thing we agree on is different now from when it started. We're supposed to be a bunch of slices of pie. You know, we're working together to defeat the Mises caucus, and we're supposed to just forget all the other problems we have with each other just to defeat the Mises caucus. But ever since the Mises caucus defeated themselves, now it's just the Kyle Davis caucus now, and they're starting a new caucus. Kyle Davis is the new Michael Hayes of the caucus. It's like, okay, this isn't what I want to volunteer for. This is lame.
What's bad here is this is literally what Andrew Chatterton said was going to happen. He's been laughing about this at board meetings and things, explaining that from
not at board meetings, at his local council.
They are seriously doing the old snowball tactic where it's like, beware a snowball, he might come back. You need to give us more milk and apples so we can fight. We need to fight Snowball. Ooh.
Yeah, and he's saying this is what Andrew's been doing at board meetings. No, he hasn't been to our board meetings. He's been doing this at his own county meeting. That, again, I also consider Jamie a friend, and he's getting this information from Jamie. So he might be going to Jamie's meetings and saying shit, but he's not saying it at board meetings, and he might be laughing about whatever. What is he laughing about? That Justin never should have been chair? And Justin was elected chair, and he decided to resign because he didn't get his way? I mean, like, what exactly is Andrew laughing about, Kyle, that you don't know because you weren't there, but you're only parroting information from other folk that you don't know while you're on drugs, apparently? I mean, I don't know. They must be good drugs. I swear to God. I want whatever the fuck he's got right now. I want those drugs.
I want some of that Georgia pills.
And alive, that eventually Justin was going to step down and be out of the way. And there are other board members that are confident that this is going to be a better thing for Michigan because Justin was seen as a weak chair.
The vice chair they have, well, the current chair now, the new chair is a very strong person, and I do look forward to that leadership. I'll say that.
Yeah, I like Tim Teagan a lot, and I hope Tim.
Yeah, they don't even know Tim.
Can take this.
He's a strong chair.
As always, if Tim wants help from the LP Alliance, we'll be here.
All right. You'll get about as much help as Dan and I got from the LP Alliance when we wanted to do our show. Okay. Reach out to the Gulag if you want help. We'll help you. We'll set you on the right course. All right.
Tim's hung out at my house. He fits in with the Gulag better than the Alliance. I will say again, I will quote our secretary, with allies like you, who needs enemies?